another edition of Africa Sideways, and we're coming to you from a wet and rainy Cape Town in the brand new Ford Transit, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big girl, it's not always easy to see out the back. First thing I must mention is the gear lever is on the steering wheel here, so it takes a bit of getting used to. Often when you're trying to indicate, you're actually changing the gear, but it does free up a lot of room here. You could easily have an extra seat. So yeah, in the new Ford Transit panel van, came out last year, 2-litre turbo diesel engine, detuned to about 100 kilowatts, but with this weight it's only 1.8 tons. This is quite sprightly, this car, and with a great suspension, and with a payload of 1.2 ton, this thing can haul serious amounts of stuff. Be great for furniture removals. I took it and I put half a ton of wood in the back, hardly even knew it was there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put 25 bags of wood in here. See how she rolls. Should drive a lot better. You can see from the suspension at the back, it's got quite a bit of space to move. I expect that to be sitting down by the time we finish, yeah. Back tires come down a little bit. Fair amount of weight in there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now to test. Well, first thing I'll do is test these windscreen wipers. Get that muck off so you got a nice clear screen. So I've got 25 bags of wood and 5 kindling, so 30 bags of wood loaded now. That must be quite a good weight, and it's feeling a bit more planted as you'd expect. It was a bit bouncy before. This road's just a bit bouncy, but whoa, yeah, we go. It's all happening in the back there. I shouldn't drive too fast. But yeah, it's handling the load well. So 30 bags of wood, and let's say they're 20 kilos each. That gives you 600 bags. Some of it was kindling. Let's call it half a ton. So we've got half a ton in the back, which is quite a good reflection of what this thing's going to be carrying on a day-to-day basis. Brakes feel good. The engine was feeling really peppy before the load, and it's feeling perfectly powered now. They really got it right with this engine. But this is a big girl. You can see the space here between the door and the window arches, and you've got the space here, and because your gear lever is there, it gives you so much more space to work with. Nice in traffic, high up. The gear lever on there takes a bit of getting used to, because it's not natural at all, but after you do get used to it, it's alright. Nice big screen here, good radio, sound system, all very nicely laid out. Just like I remember the Tornio. This is an upgrade of the Tornio we drove a few years ago, and it's all there. I was highly impressed with that car. We took that particular Tornio up to Joburg from Cape Town, 4,000k road trip. Check that one out, all the way to Kruger Park. So yeah, this car's got great legs on it, massive space. If you've got a big family, this would definitely be the bus for you. And fully loaded, it feels more comfortable. A lot of cars, when they're fully loaded, the brakes feel a bit under squeaked and the engine's struggling, but this thing just feels proper. Let's see how we go. I can't accelerate too fast because I don't want this wood to go everywhere. Yeah, we got half a ton in the back. Off we go. It feels perfect. Nice pickup. It takes a bit of getting used to this car because it's a little bit, you feel a little bit cramped coming from a big SUV, but you just got this little compartment in the front. But in terms of viewing position, you are in the box seat here, ladies and gentlemen. That is for sure. I can definitely feel a bit more weight on the car, as you'd expect. But it feels like this is what this thing's designed for. And if all the weight was tied down properly, you wouldn't have to affect your speed too much. So yeah, fully loaded. The Transit, well, not quite fully loaded, but with a good load, the Transit is performing as expected. Proper brakes on here. And then off the line, yeah, it's all there. I could really dig it in, but you want to have your packages arriving safely, and with a Transit they certainly will. Suspension feels perfect now with the load. So it's like that with a Bucky as well. They feel a bit twitchy. Oh, hello. Doing this big corner with half a key, half a ton in the back. The old door's doing well. No flies on her. Whoopsie, something just fell over. I have a big job carrying this all in the house when I get home, I'll tell you that. Oh, it just feels great on the highway now. The new Ford Transit, thank you Ford for hooking me up with this. And GWM, they've been consistently giving big six cars, appreciate it. We're doing 100 here. Bit of wind noise. It is a van after all. Quite a striking van. Car really does the business on the highway. No turbo lag. That's the one thing I noticed driving this compared to the GWM, is with the GWM there's definitely noticeable turbo lag. It needs a bit of a tune. With this one, nothing. Still got power up the hill with half a ton in the back. And let's check the speed humps. Fully loaded in the Transit. 20. No dramas. Feels more comfortable loaded than on. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I've been carrying. 30 bags of wood. Proper. So yeah, it drives nicely with a bit of a load. As you can imagine, it's a bit bouncy now, but as you can see, it's raining hard, but we're getting through here, no issue at all. Brakes are good. Yeah, it feels a lot more than 100 kilowatts. Punchy, no turbo lag. I was in the Tank 300 diesel last week, and I could definitely feel a bit of turbo lag, but nothing like this in this car. Loads of storage space. You've got one storage space up here, one down here, two drinks holders which you can close as well. Ergonomically lekker. Another drinks holder in the door. Big space here. You can notice the space between the seat and the window. This is wide. This is a big truck, biggest in class. So yeah, if you need something to carry a lot of stuff around, this thing ticks a lot of boxes, ladies and gentlemen. Price wise, starting at a touch under 800k and finishing just under $1 million for the top of the range model like this. If you're into overlanding, I would like to see a 4x4 or an all-wheel drive version of this. I think it would be great for overlanding, but you've got such a blank canvas back there, and with this quite a luxurious interior up front, it does tick a lot of boxes. And you got the Ford dealer network and warranty and whatnot. So yeah, I've been asking for a 4-wheel drive Tornado for a while. This would almost be better suited to a 4-wheel drive, as it's more likely to be used for overlanding. Yeah, I think that would sell a lot of product. You just have to change the front nose because it's quite too slippery. In terms of center console, a little bit close to the leg, I would prefer a bit more room there. Heavy range here in Cape Town. All the tech on here, proper, let's put the boots in. Visibility is fantastic. I must say, the two things, the gear lever took some getting used to, and also the size of this thing. This is a big girl, so parking, but it turns on a ticky turning circle. It's so tight. After a while, it doesn't feel so big after you've driven it for a while. It's like anything. I've driven trucks before, and when you first get in there, it feels like it's a massive thing, but it's all good in the neighborhood. So what's this up against? Your Quantum panel van, Vito, those sort of things for the film industry, electricians, handyman, all sorts. And they really have got the space right there. They've also got electronic sliding doors on both sides. That's very convenient. This is the top of the range model. Screen's nicely laid out. It doesn't just feel like it was chunked on here. It feels like it was made into the system, which I always like. You've got your usual settings. You connect your phone, audio. It's got a good sound system. Put the old USB in and give it a run. God, here's the radio. Oh, that's good. That's a few things take a bit of getting used to. Also, this is a small cabin in here, but we've got this divider here. So, in the beginning, it feels like a tight cocoon. It's like driving in a little Mini Cooper, but after a while, it's amazing how quickly adapt to different things. It's really been raining cats and dogs here in Cape Town. This rain's predicted for the next 3 days. This could be the start of the flooding season. And if it is, we're going to keep you posted here in Africa Sideways. Coming down cats and dogs here. Gives an idea of what's going on. Heavy rains. Have you heard any talk of flooding, Gary?
No.
Possible flooding, I'd imagine. Looking at the weather forecast, looks like we've got 3 days of this. So yeah, I would expect flooding by the end of this, and definitely in low-lying areas there's going to be some already. There's a biblical amount of rain come down this morning already. On these roads there. Yeah, we might see some rocks going down to Rocklands. Check it out, big dog. And the transit just soaks this all up with summer plants. Off-road track, this thing is seamless. I'd love it if it had a bit more clearance. You could easily put an all-terrain system. You could have the Ranger 4-wheel drive system and rear diff. This would be great stuff. Or even an all-wheel drive system would work sufficiently. An all-wheel drive system and a rear diff, 2-inch lift. Instead of sort of 31.5, 32-inch all-terrain tires, and this thing would be fantastic off-road. Loads of space, and in the back there you got so much room to do all your overland stuff. Here on gravel, the transit is right at home. example of the turning circle at right angles here, and best turning circle in the business, I'd say. Really gets you out to places.